Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your tarot card for the week of February 1st, 2026. I set the intention of this reading to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. So if you have Cancer in any of those placements, odds are there's a little message in this reading for you. If you don't know what your placements are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also in that description box is information on how you can become a Time Traveler member. Keep in mind, it's a collective general reading, so as the messages come through today, only take the ones that fit, because if it doesn't fit, it just means that it's someone else's message. Anything else? Yes, FYI, real quick, this is not what you don't see coming for the week ahead. Tarot card of the week reading is intended to help all of us move along in our respective journeys. So with all of that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Cancer collective now for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What would you like Cancer to work on for the week of February 1st, 2026. What should they work on this week? One more shuffle. Thank you. Your tarot card of the week is the King of Swords. What situation in your life is calling you to have logic and clarity? At the bottom of the deck, you have the Death card. What situation in your life is transforming and changing to bring about something new? Okay. Tell me more about this here for the Cancerian collective. Why is the King of Swords their tarot card of the week? What situation in your life is calling for you to have logic and clarity? What situation in your life is transforming and changing to bring about something new? Let's get one more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Eight of Wands. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Seven of Swords. And we have the Strength card. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Six of Wands. That leaves the Lovers, the Three of Swords, King of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. I feel like there's a person here in your life that you're not seeing clearly. Tell me more about this individual, this Queen of Wands. Could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be feminine either. For me, tarot is just energy, not body parts. But I feel like there's something that this person's doing that you're not seeing clearly. Tell me more about this Queen of Wands. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Queen of Wands is clarified by the Knight of Cups, the Ten of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. I almost get the feeling like this is someone who's very nice to your face, but actually doesn't mean you well at all. Tell me more about the Seven of Swords. Your victory comes in seeing this person clearly. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Seven of Swords is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Two of Wands. Bottom of that, King of Pentacles, High Priestess, and Ace of Cups. I almost feel like you have someone here in your energy, or you will be having someone very soon in your energy propose an offer to you. Now, the Ace of Pentacles is going to be different for all of you. Someone asking you out on a date, someone offering to lend you money, some type of grant or loan that you applied for. It could be a romantic partnership. It certainly could be a friend or a family member. Whoever this person is, they are extending this Ace of Pentacles to you. And the way they're presenting it to you is in a very soft and compassionate way with that Knight of Cups. I think that's why it looks so trustworthy, but I don't really feel like it's trustworthy. There's something here that if you were to accept this opportunity, it actually would be quite burdensome for you. That Two of Pentacles to the Ten of Wands tells me it would be difficult for you to manage this. Now, it could be managing this financially, managing this emotionally. Again, I don't know what that Ace of Pentacles is for you because it's a collective general reading. But I almost feel like with that Four of Swords to the Two of Wands, it's like a timeout. So for those of you, if you have just received an offer, I want to say within the last 7 days, 8 days or so, or if you will be receiving one over the course of the next 7 to 8 days, I'm not telling you to say no, and certainly the cards are not indicating that either, but there is something here about getting some more information. So let's say this is financial for you, and I'll use loan or grant as an example. You applied for a loan or grant. This could even be like for a credit card. and now you receive the okay. There's something here about checking out the terms and conditions, you know, making sure if it's contractual in nature that you're dotting the I's, crossing the T's. Perhaps you need to have a King of Swords type of individual review that paperwork for you, like before you sign on the dotted line or you commit yourself to anything. So that King of Swords could be like a trusted friend, an advisor, could be your partner. I just feel like it's a different set of eyes. And maybe for some of you, it needs to be someone with like some sort of professional background in respect to whatever it is you're signing. So maybe it's an attorney or an accountant or something like that. But there's something like the offer comes in and it's coming into like whoever this Queen of Wands is, they're taking the initiative to offer this, right? They're being the ones that are offering you this opportunity, and it's coming across as very nice and like it's just for you, but it actually could be quite burdensome. If this is someone asking you out on a date, there's something here about you having that conversation. And I'm not saying that you have to discuss marriage on the first date or anything like that. That would be absurd. But you certainly can discuss what you're looking for in a long-term partner, because the Queen of Pentacles to the Six of Wands would be someone who's looking for long-term committed partnership. That's typically what King and Queen of Pentacles are looking for in respect to romantic partnerships. That's what they find victory in. So again, it's not saying you have to discuss marriage, but is this person just looking for a good time, or are they actually sincere? And do they desire the same type of connection that you do? So I almost feel like with that Ace of Swords to the Queen of Pentacles, it's just there's a need here for you to get the specifics or to have the difficult conversation. For some of you, this could be someone that you parted ways with and now they're coming back around over the course of the next 8 days or so. And perhaps in the past you could not trust this person. Maybe they caused the Three of Swords moment for you, and I see that because we had the Three of Swords here. Oh, maybe before. Yeah, I think it was when I shuffled before for that Queen of Wands. We had seen it. So with that Four of Swords there, maybe there was some heartbreak or setback. Again, there's something here about having a difficult conversation with that person. I feel like you need to make sure that whoever this person is and whatever it is that they're offering, that it's coming from a place of integrity. And I don't think that you'll be able to do that unless you have the strength and courage to have a very necessary conversation. Again, getting the details, you know, even if this is a job, they might make it sound really good at the job interview, but there's something about, make sure you get it on paper, the benefits package, you know, when is the first raise, anything that they're promising you during an interview process, they should have no problem documenting and putting on paper for you. And if they do, that should be the red flag. You know, if you're on the first date and you're asking about what type of connection they're looking for, and they're like, oh, let's not even discuss that, let's just order the appetizers, that's a red flag. Don't dismiss it. You know, if it's a mortgage or grant or credit card and you're asking what the APR rate is, or, you know, anything like that, anything regarding terms and conditions, and they're vague, again, that should be a red flag. So I feel like you are receiving an offer or opportunity. Some of you have already received it. Others of you are getting it, like I said, within the next week. It's really important that you step into a little fire energy, lean into Leo. Leo is your neighboring sign. And we see that there with the Strength card. You're going to have to lean into Leo a little bit in order to have a pretty difficult conversation. It's interesting how you are flanked by Gemini and you are flanked by Leo. And that's what we have right here with Strength to the Ace of Swords. So lean into the fire to have a difficult conversation here. Anything else that Cancer needs to know about this offer? This could even be like the purchase of a vehicle or property, rental agreement, anything like that. Just make sure it's all very detailed, okay? Anything else about that Ace of Pentacles? One more shuffle. Thank you. Further clarified by Four of Cups, the Magician, and the Five of Cups. Bottom of deck, Five of Wands. I feel like whoever this person is, they're making it sound too good to be true. The loan, the vehicle, the apartment, the appliance purchase. Like, I don't know what it is that you are acquiring here or what is being offered to you. But there's something here of they make it sound like it's what you wanted or what you needed or what you've been hoping or manifesting. But look at your manifestation. It's flanked by the Four of Cups and Five of Cups. I don't think you'll be happy with it. And there's a feeling here of like, oh no, I did it again. I fell for it again, like another red flag, or another job that promised me the world at the interview and then falls short 3 months into employment. So again, whatever this is for you, it's really important for you to have this conversation. Five of Wands, there could be a lot of conflict or discord if you move towards partnership with this person. King of Cups here, Three of Pentacles to the Five of Wands. So again, whatever that Ace of Pentacles is for you, if you're receiving anything like that, make sure you get all of the details. Yeah, all of the details. Don't agree to anything. And even like I said, if this is a date, it's important to make sure that you're not wasting your time getting to know someone who has absolutely no intention of entering a long-term partnership. And if this is anyone coming back from the past, I mean, there's something here about taking it very slow. Queen of Pentacles is the slowest moving queen. So they might want to rush right in. And that's what I was feeling with that Queen of Wands. This is a very much like rush to sign it, rush to hire you. You know what I mean? Rush to make you the offer, rush to get you to buy whatever this is, rush to reconnect with you. There's something here like you need to like dial it back. Go, whoa, wait a minute. We need to discuss a few things, or I need to get some things in writing. And if they push back on it, I think that's the red flag there. And that's what you need to have logic and clarity about. What situation in your life do you need to have logic and clarity in respect to whatever this opportunity here is for you? I feel like if it sounds too good to be true, it is. 3 cards of advice here for the Cancer Collective. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice, 3 of Swords. And we saw that at the bottom of the other deck, the Hermit and the 3 of Pentacles, which is interesting because we saw the 3 of Pentacles here as well. So there's something here about when you receive this offer to really go within. Before you move forward, before you agree to work here, buy this, you know, continue engaging in this partnership, taking this person back. I feel like whatever this is, there has been a lesson tied to it in the past. You have already experienced heartbreak in respect to that Ace of Pentacles. It may have come from a different person. So there's a real importance here. I feel like this person is going to sell you on like, oh my God, look at that. I was going to say they're selling you that this is everything you ever wanted, and it's not. We get the 10 of Cups, and then we've got the 5 of Cups. That's what I mean. If you rush too fast to say yes with the Chariot energy, so I feel like this is going to sound too good to be true, and Cancer, it is. Again, use your own discernment. You are an incredibly intuitive sign. And I'm not trying to talk you out of any opportunity. I also don't want to do another series of readings for you of heartbreak and healing, because I saw what you went through in the last 18 months that I have been reading for you. So if this seems oddly reminiscent or eerily familiar to some 3 of Swords moment you had with someone else, or maybe even with the same person, just pause. That's all you got to do. Just pause this week. Don't rush into it. If this person can't give you the time to think, to contemplate, to go within, to decide whether or not you want to work here, accept that, sign on the dotted line, that should tell you everything you need to know about their intentions. Anyone who really wants the 10 of Cups and, you know, all of that stuff for you should have no problem saying, yeah, go home and think about it, or do some research and get back to us. And I think that'll be another way for you to figure out if this is truly an Ace of Pentacles in terms of it having the potential to get to the 10 of Pentacles, or is it going to eventually leave you in the 5 of Pentacles? That is what I have for you, my dear, for the week ahead. If you like those messages and they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out the description box to find out how you can become a time traveler. Until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.